niggas will be in the same light. You see how it's like niggas that should be in the bad mode. So what I'm finna do is I'm finna flip one light, not both of them, and it's gonna be an artificial light. So it's gonna keep my mood, especially when the niggas is chubby. You don't have to put shining light 1 in the morning when niggas is taking a pootie and now the kids have to go to school and there's no difference of their mood. So I'm gonna put both of the lights on and it should get a little lighter. But because I don't wanna have a higher Sears Tower at this time, I'm gonna pop it off, and it's not natural light, but it's light from a different room where there's even light bouncing off of here, but it's completely different than the light over here because this artificial light can cause someone to have bad behavior because they won't know what time it is related to a black man. You see, that's how it goes. So that's why when some niggas, I might have had my first job when I was 15 and I had to take a pootie because as a black man, sometimes when niggas take a pootie, it means that sometimes my intestines will be a certain weight. That's why I go to different ages of my life where I've been in this for a minute before this place existed after I was 8. It existed after 2015 and when I was 15. Before 2024 is associated with a different decade. In the 90s, it's actually associated with 2031 version of 2020 and the 21st today after the middle thing, you see. So that's why sometimes when people can win a championship, but one thing that people hate is when a black man takes a pootie because it means that he's healthy, not related to the light in this building that has nothing to do with someone trying to say that I can't show my belief in athletics. Doesn't lead to weapons, you see. So that's why when niggas do that, it's like, yeah, people in a different condition, but imagine if there was a little Mexican and he claimed he could take a bigger pootie than Big Reese, I might be identified from my frontal of how I might be associated with niggas, you see. So it's not like a rhino pootie, but it's like it's big enough to distinguish myself from other niggas on what I might be capable of as a man, to distinguish myself from a female and a little kid, just in case I didn't have those in my life, but I did have the reasoning of property because someone could have a property. But what if someone got afraid that someone was going to take a pootie in the sewer and said that they couldn't report it because they were part of that tribal area of safety in America, that they claim that someone can't show that when I have to speak for myself, a pootie is not going to get me property, but it can make me win a sports game at a time that someone might try to steal my identity, saying that they might be an African and they can do the same thing. But sometimes as an African American, I use the bathroom and I still have eligibility for a bathroom because sometimes my body is not as big as someone who's from a different race or tribe, you see. So I'm talking about some Africans will say this nigga's a white nigga, but they might be bigger than me associated, but not as an African American. I might even take a bigger pootie than someone's whole nation, you see, someone's whole different nation. So that's why when I stand counsel, when I look at this, I'll be okay, I'm definitely a black man. That's not going to get me. Some people, creepy people, they could find one property in the hills, but a black man, he'll be discovered in 1,000 population where people will point him out and say, you can't live here because they claim that I can't have a business related to my father and living in the islands of his beautiful belief in God and Tyrone, because now they're saying that these people were saying that they were when they had doctor's degrees and houses, but I had to get in the terrain with the fields because some horses, they don't have property unless they have a red complexion or a red skin complexion, see? So now I'm going to turn the light on, and when I'm done, and it's going to set the mood for me to run the faucet, and it associates with my behavior of how I eat, and my mood related to how my thoughts is related to what my body type is like, because some people can't just inherit things from a horse, wouldn't know if someone is on his team or not, because he doesn't allow people who don't know how to ride a horse unless they're in council to see where they come from and what tribe they claim. Are they some type of weird, crazy Jew, or do they have a belief in the terrain of God related to the science of law? After my walk, I said it with my tablet on the part that's not associated with any melody or song that might be different than some arrangement of things that have a phonetic of life, not related to the image and the athletic type outside of the skin complexion and whatever body body cosmetics relate to not a tribe of white or something that doesn't have a history related to a property outside of the music and the boundary they try to put on me using old age and psych hospitals and crafty devices trying to steal things that I don't even have property. They still trying to steal things from me.